All right, guys, today we got a special guest in the house. This man has been in this game doing this thing for a few decades now. You may know him from his Wu-Tang affiliation. You may know him from producing some of the most fire shit or rapping the most fire shit. I'm talking about the one and only Bronze Nazareth.
Bing, 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 bing. What up, what up, what up, what up, though, from Detroit, man? What up from Detroit, man? West Side, baby. What's
How
goody,
you feeling
man?
today, bro?
Shit, I'm good, man. I was telling my lady I woke up, I felt good today. I felt rested. I had a good workout yesterday and shit. So, yeah, man, I feel real good today, man. I feel
That's
real
good
good.
to hear, man. That's good to hear.
Good to be here, my G.
I appreciate you, man. So let's start at the beginning. You're originally from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
True
Right.
indeed. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
You got your brother,
sir.
Kevlar 7. Do you have any
Indeed.
other siblings?
Nope. That's it. That's
Just
that's
the
my
two of you
only
guys.
that's my only sibling. Yes, just us two, man. You know what I
And
mean?
he's your older brother, right?
Yep. Older brother, he was born in 77. I was born in 79. So,
So 2-year difference. Okay. What did your
Yep.
parents do for work?
My pops was he was an aerospace tech at this place called Smith's Industries. So he helped put together like computer systems for flights and like
shit.
shit like the B-52 and shit like that. Yeah. He was also he's also a Vietnam vet, so he did his thing and then then he worked his ass off, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
So your mom was a stay-at-home mom or she worked too?
I mean, she would stay at home, but she had just like myself, she had her own a business, and she painted. She did like ceramics and shit like that. So like very detailed serious paints too, not like the goofy shit you see on like fucking market and stores and shit like that. It was real detailed, real professional, real skilled painting. So that's what she did. She used to do like classes and teach other people and shit. So yeah, she hustled, man. She was a hustler.
So from the sound of it, you guys grew up in a really like cultured home.
Yeah, definitely, man. We my mom's French Canadian. My pops is a black man, so we definitely had a good mix of culture, man.
Got you. Okay.
Indeed.
So would you say that you guys grew up with bread, or it was still like in a struggling area that you grew up in?
No, man, we grew up like we wasn't dirt poor, but no, we didn't we didn't have a lot, man. We didn't have a lot, but my dad worked his butt off. My mom hustled. A modest living, man. Like I say, we wasn't dirt broke, but it was some times, man. You know what I mean?
Got you. Okay.
Word up.
How would you describe like the dynamic of your guys' household? Like, were you guys really close, the four of you?
Yeah, it was a lot of love in my house, like for whatever we lacked in financial resources and shit like that, man. It was a lot of love. My mom was a very is a very loving lady, and and my pops, he just he was like the enforcement, but also give you that wisdom, give you that help you learn the things you should learn as a man, like change the fucking car oil and all the little shit. So he had us like that. And my pops, we was very close with my pop side of the family. And so, we all came together and was raised like kind of a community with my pops and his Uncle Gene. So yeah, man, we was tight knit, man. Absolutely.
What about with your mom's side? Were they in Canada or they moved here too?
They were in northern Michigan, man, a small town called Alpena, Michigan, man. So they was really kind of up there. And then my mom's brothers and sisters moved down to Florida, so we didn't really see them a lot. Yeah. So, indeed, yep, they came down from Canada, and northern Michigan is damn near like Canada. It's right on the border,
Right.
and so, so they way up there, man. They way up there. They even got kind of the Canadian accent a little bit. You know what I mean? A boat,
Right.
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that type of shit.
Shout out to all my Canadian people.
For real. How would you describe yourself as a kid? Like, were you really quiet? You social? You into school, sports?
Shit, I was very active. They say I was a busybody. So I was all over the place, moving around. Middle school, I started playing football. Played football for 6 years. I was captain all through high school and shit like that. So I was big into football. And so yeah, other than the football shit, you know, me and June Mega from the Wise Man, we always, you know, walking home from practice freestyling and shit like that. So yeah, man, I was very active, man. You know, I loved girls. You know, I was always out on the hunt. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I was a little bit of a wild child, you know, here and there.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, man, absolutely, man, a good mix.
So you're coming up in the 80s in Grand Rapids and really finding yourself in the 90s though, right?
Right.
Describe Grand Rapids to people that never been there, especially during that time. Like what was the city like when you're walking the streets? What are you seeing?
I mean, Grand Rapids is kind of just like uh, it's like any other town, really, man. My stomping grounds is like MLK, Martin Luther King Park area, Matt Ave area, Garfield Park. So for me, man, it was just like you know, it's like any Midwest city. It's gritty, you know what I'm saying? A little bit blue collar. You know what I'm saying? We got the hood on our side, and you know, it really wasn't that dangerous of a place. You know what I'm saying? As you compare it to somewhere like Detroit, who, you know, really get it in over on this side. But it was an all right place, you know, if you into the all right things. But I think that the difference is in Grand Rapids, for some reason, we had caught like a East Coast wave. So in Grand Rapids, we always, you know, dudes was wearing fatigues and shit like that, Timberlands, and listening to Mobb Deep and Wu and shit like that when I was coming up. So we kind of had a like an East Coast kind of curve in Grand Rapids. So I think that's kind of the, you know, the basis of where that's where I started making beats. So it was kind of under that flag over there. You know what I mean? So
Got you.
yeah, that's Grand Rapids, man. Work.
And they call it gun rule, right?
Yeah, gun rule where the guns rule. Yeah, man. This is a little nickname I think was started by Lot of Dark, man. Um, on his first album, Heist of the Century, man, he had a song called Gun Rule, and that's one of the first times I heard Grand Rapids mentioned, named as Gun Rule, and so now it carried on and kind of transformed into Gun Rule. But yeah, that's the stomping grounds, man. Yes, sir.
So you would credit Grand Rapids as being like a heavy East Coast influence for you, and as far as like the things that you became into.
Definitely. Definitely, man. I really remember being into Mobb Deep and Wu-Tang was just happened to be my favorite group before I even got on and started fucking with them. So yeah, we was slanted East Coast, man, definitely, man. We of course we love the West Coast, man, Dre, Snoop, all that shit, but
Right.
I don't know. Grand Rapids kind of just at the time had that lean towards the East Coast shit.
What was it like for you and your brother growing up biracial during that time specifically?
It was crazy. Um, so my neighborhood was on the southeast side, and it was like it was a few black families, pardon me, a couple Latino families, but like um Grand Rapids, man, the some of the white people in the neighborhood, not all of them, but they would call, you know, us half breed, you know, N word, call my mom Nick lover, all that shit. And so I, you know, I didn't really didn't receive that too well. So we kind of didn't fuck around in our own neighborhood. So, you know, we was, like I said, I was in Martin Luther King Park area. We used to do, me and Kev used to do house parties, the homeboy D the Rebel, on Benjamin Street, right across the street from MLK Park. So, yeah, Grand Rapids is and was racist. You know, they just right now, they done shot another brother for no reason, face down, you know, so they got a history of police violence there and fucking with people in our neighborhood. So that's kind of what I experienced growing up, getting pulled out of cars at gunpoint, getting pulled over for having music too loud. Yeah, man, that's Grand Rapids as a black man, you know what I mean?
Did you experience the discrimination on the black side for you being half?
No,
Never. So they didn't look at you
nope,
as less than. It was only the
nope,
white side.
absolutely, yeah. my black brothers and sisters kind of welcomed me and Kev with open arms, and so that's where we naturally flowed. And yeah, man, that's where we were comfortable. That's where we were accepted. Yeah, it was never no funniness about that. You know, they'd be like, man, y'all black as me, like whatever. You know what I mean? So and you know, you know, my experience, like my pop side of the family, we come directly from slavery. We got this family book where we've kept the records and shit. So we come directly from slavery. So even back then, there's a history of mixed mixed couples and offspring. So it's from a long line, and our experience has been more so, you know, black. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about like growing up experiencing that, right? What was the
Yeah.
youngest age do you feel that you experienced racism, and how do you think it affected you?
Shoot, probably 5 or 6, man, was when I started hearing, you know, the N word. From It was this particular kid across the street. John, you motherfucker, you.
Yeah, we calling out names.
I ain't gonna drop your last name. I don't want no lawsuit, but yeah. So I remember he used to do a lot, and then I remember one time we had this BB gun, and me and Kev we shot up his car from the attic window. And you know, it was just little shit like that you know, we would experience and go through. You know, of course, we got in trouble because all the dents was on the side of our house. But as little kids, we just wanted to fucking shit up, you know. So yeah, man, I was probably 7, 8. Yeah, man.
Wow.
Young age, yeah.
It's kind of funny though too, because your camera zooms in and out. So like the moment you started letting off the shots, it zoomed in on you like an action
word
scene
up.
and shit.
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. That's what's up, man.
Oh man.
I
So
love it. I love it.